When I was 5 years old, we were living in Monterey, and my mom took me on a road trip to Big Sur, and we just pulled off on the side of the road, and with a hammer and a screwdriver, we would crack open the shale, and there would be fossils from millions of years ago. And it just blew my mind, and it was clear that was my career path. And I'm one of those people, every time there's an open hole in the ground, I need to check it out.
Dr. Seth Mallios is a professor of anthropology, the University History Curator, and the director of the South Coastal Information Center at San Diego State University. An archaeologist by training, much of Dr. Mallios' research uncovers the university's rich cultural history hidden in plain sight.
The president who hired me, Steve Weber, our first meeting, he lamented, "This place has no history. People don't tell stories. We struggle for tradition." And he knew this institution had it in it. It just wasn't tapped into it. So he challenged me to help find our stories and to help get people excited. And I'm always up for a good challenge. So slowly but surely, I started just poking around looking for different hidden treasures. The facilities management folks often are the first ones to find the old murals or to find different treasures across campus. And there have been times where the connections that I made through playing on a softball team were far more valuable than any academic paper I wrote, because it was those connections that led me to all sorts of discoveries. 250-million-year-old footprints. One of my favorite stories to tell is about the Alice in Wonderland mural that we found. I was giving a presentation and a person from the crowd came up to me and said, "There's an Alice in Wonderland mural that's hidden within Hardy Tower." So I ended up connecting with folks who do infrared photography, and that's where we saw an anomaly on this one wall. And then we hired a conservator and started peeling the layers of paint away. And suddenly, there was the white rabbit, the Jabberwocky, the Cheshire Cat. There's a really significant difference between space and place. Space is just where you are in 3 dimensions, but place is when that space has meaning. If you have different exhibits, different monuments, different touchstones that allow people to get beyond their singular experience, that is the start of community. And the power of San Diego State, 500,000 alumni, all with different touchstones. This vast community that knows its traditions, that knows its stories, and that is eager to write new chapters.